Do good and do well, but remember that doing good and doing well are not the same thing. That observation, shall we say, is as relevant to all of us as individuals as it is to all of us within the context of our corporate entities. And there is no better example of that than what we are celebrating this evening in recognizing Signature Family Wealth and its co-founders, Ann Shumadine and Susan Colpitts.
Both Ann and Susan were very involved in a multiplicity of organizations in the community. I have to give a specific shout out to Susan because she was the chair of the committee that hired me. So thank you, Susan, I appreciate it.
Both personally and as a professional who's achieved much success in her field, represents the very best of what we have here in the community.
Ann and Susan started in a really cool place, which was that they were entrepreneurs together. And they built a company that's built around the idea of bringing the best out of families and bringing the best out of the advisors that are around them.
Their guidance and their thought process has been instrumental in making organizations better and serving better in this community.
Years ago, when Ann came on to the Board of Trustees, she came on at a time that women were not involved in leadership capacities, and like Joan Brock, took an instrumental role in making a difference.
When I think about Ann's service, that sort of a biblical reference comes to mind, to whom much is given, much is required. And I think that that's really the way that she operated.
One of the things that Ann and Susan did beautifully was they built a company around a set of beliefs, values, and behaviors that stitched us together as a community, and then showed us the way through leading by example to become high-impact players in our communities.
Ann leaves a legacy and signature of a company that we can all count on to look at what our needs are, to look at this community, to look at the people who live here, and advocate for us with those who have the ability to do something.
I feel like she was doing this from a real personal perspective of, I've been given a lot, now let me give a lot back, and then she did.
We have, together as a team, had a blast over the years being volunteers together. We volunteered at the Children's Harbor. We volunteered at the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. We volunteered at the Hearst Shelter. We've had days where we've spent full days removing invasive species from the edge of the Chesapeake Bay, and then we've eaten tacos from a taco truck and spent time drinking beers and celebrating just the time that we've all put together. And it's all built around the example that Susan and Ann gave us, which is one of the best things that you can do is give back.